Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's
Welcome
Report.
to the Warden Report. I'm so glad that you are here today and watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you so very much. You're amazing. And I am enjoying this Wednesday with a cup of coffee. And yes, my Canada mug again. It's just so big. I like it big. And I keep saying I'm going to change out one. In fact, I'll go get it in a minute and put it in dishwasher because it's been hanging out on my coffee rack, probably needs to be washed. So it is another week of the Warden Report, and I want you to look at this little stink pot over here. Look at him. Now he's kind of like pouting. You see where he is. So right there's the closet where I keep all of basically the Etsy and shipping supplies. So, you know, if you get any of our spices or if you order from my Etsy shop, you can see there's some bubble wrap and there's, you know, boxes of a million different sizes. And that little toot there, I heard rustling. I look over and he had his head in there to where right there is a whole bunch of bubble wrap and I've got like tissue paper and everything. And he was perusing in there and I was like, excuse me? And then he looked at me like, and then he looked back and then looked at me and then back and then looked. And he's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't. And look, now he looks like he's sulking, doesn't he? I'm going to project that he is now sulking, whether he is or isn't. So, yes, everything is going well. Another wonderful week. I am so excited. And, yeah, so, everything's going, you know, well. Tomorrow night we get to hang out with Lynette. So she'll be up in our neck of the woods. So she's visiting us tomorrow evening for a little bit. So that'll be fun. This Saturday, which by the time you're watching this, it's too late, but was our monthly channel member cook-along. So that's always fun. And yeah, so on the shorts, it's so interesting. So we uploaded a short late Monday evening, and overnight it got over 7,000 views. Overnight. Like legit, when we woke up in the morning, it was over 7,000. So we're like, oh my gosh. And it was really short, less than 10 seconds. Then last night, we loaded the one for this Friday night feast, which is kicking chicken tenders. So they're spicy, right? And that one, only 16 views. It's just funny to me, right? Like, I'm like, wait, no, I want it to go in the thousands again. So, I don't know, maybe Monday night was just a better night than last night. It's just interesting. Or maybe how the algorithm is, you can't do back-to-back shorts because we just loaded one the night before. Maybe YouTube's like, I think you're getting a little excessive about it. I don't know. Interesting though, right? So we'll just see how that goes. I'll try to share it on my Facebook, maybe get a few more views that way. Just weird how things work sometimes. But yeah, maybe it's just a YouTube thing. So maybe you can't do them 2 days in a row. I don't know. If you know all that, let me know. I might search it in the Googles later and just see what they say. So, yeah. The other thing, just kind of a talking point here, right? So, you may know, if you followed any length of time, that, you know, I listen to a lot of financial stuff, a lot of financial channels, books, and so forth. And there was one this morning, and I was like, oh, I mean, he's got a point. Sorry that there's like this light effect here. And he was saying that he, basically his splurge is groceries, right? That he doesn't, you know, hey, whatever the groceries comes out to, as long as he's eating, you know, healthy, nutritious food. He avoids, you know, anything processed. I don't think he was keto. But, and I hear this actually in a lot of finance channels, is the importance of health. And most of them all agree, like, don't drink your sodas, don't eat processed foods, and stick to the outer aisles, which I feel like we already know that. But I think most people who feel like they want to be healthy, I think they pretty much know that. They pretty much know, yeah, this processed food is junk, sodas are junk, and, trying to make healthier, like, options. Try to stick to whole foods, right? And I do think that in the overall, if most people did that, most people would be generally healthy, right? If we just did away with those things and just stuck only to whole foods. So what do you think? But I thought that was interesting that he was saying, when it comes to groceries, he's going to pay that a little, excuse me, little more, because to him it's worth it, because either pay the farmer now or pay the doctor later, kind of deal. So, and I feel like that. And of course he said, he does try to get some deals when he can, but if there's something he wants, well, he's going to pay whatever it is. If salmon's not on sale and he wants to have salmon, he's going to get it, right? So I think that too. So I try to save a little on the groceries, but especially when there's a good deal on groceries. And I know last week going to the farmer's market, like, that was way out of budget, right? Like, all of that I had cash saved up. So, like, I try to pull out a little bit of cash every payday to just kind of put in for, like, if something pops up, and for our yard men to pay them, because we pay them in cash. And, if like a neighbor is selling something, like the one neighbor, I don't know why that light's like that. Oh, I can't go that too far. Like the one neighbor one time was making fresh chicharrones fried in their own fat. So, we had the cash on hand to buy some of that. So things like that. And so I took the cash. It was like, I figured out how much I needed for the yard men, and I took the rest, which was like $90 cash. And I went through that so freaking fast at the farmer's market, like incredibly fast. And I'm like, wow, it's expensive, right? So probably won't be doing that this weekend. But I do enjoy it, right? I've enjoyed all of the fresh veggies. I'm excited about our carrots that are fermenting. I love the rainbow carrots, right? I'm enjoying all the different radishes. There's 4 types of radishes. And I think our consensus is we've been enjoying the salads. So we try to have like a salad first and then eat our main meal. And we really enjoyed that. Like last night, because sometimes even if it's air fried food, I feel like it sits a little heavy. But we noticed last night we had our little side salad first and then the fried foods. It didn't bother us. Like it felt like it digested easier, if that makes sense. So let me know your thoughts on all that, and I will keep chit-chatting with you throughout the week. My lunch on this wonderful Wednesday, I've got another salad here. And in the salad, it does have some bacon. And then this is the Gorgonzola brie. It's really good. And then just various veggies. So all of the produce, including my ferments. I have 2 different types of ferments in there. I counted like 20 different things. And also the avocado. So I've got olives, avocado, the flowers, 2 different types of microgreens, and then I have a little bit of pesto, which I made with the carrot tops and the radish tops. Plus I have an asparagus, I've got fermented sour Reuben, I've got the fermented kimchi, and then I've got this lettuce mix, which has like 6 or 7 different types of greens, including radicchio, 6 or 7, and then the olives. Did I say that already? Oh, and 3 different types of radishes in here as well. All of that, I'm excited. Then I have an olive oil dressing, plus some apple cider vinegar, and I just did my usual. I just poured in there. And that's my lunch today. Yes, and this is the book I am currently listening to. Let me know if you have read or listened to this book, The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by John Bogle. If you don't know, John Bogle was the founder and CEO of the Vanguard Mutual Fund Group. And a lot of people that I listen to love Vanguard index funds. Let me know, do you have experience using the Vanguard index funds, and what do you think? I know I have some in, I think, my 401k or maybe Heath's 401k. So we do a little bit through there, but just interested. And Wednesday's dinner, I first had a salad. That's why my bowl's a little dirty. I had my salad. Now Heath and I are splitting the rest of the stew, and then I topped it with our carrot top and radish tops pesto.
Top with top.
Right. So pesto is generally made with like basil or basil if you're English. So instead of using that, I use the carrot tops and the radish tops. And I have to say, it's really freaking delicious. Look, he is so neglected. No toys at all. Look, just nothing. Nothing to play with. Look, I got that blanket and that blanket. I had to separate them out because otherwise, if Delilah visits, he's all like, oh, what can I do? Oh my gosh, I have nowhere to lay in this huge office with all kinds of places. So anyways, I got my coffee this morning. Well, I say morning. Yeah, it is 10:45. So yeah, speaking of the little butt over here, Sam, he woke me up. I don't know what time because I put my phone face down. I have it on Do Not Disturb, and I really don't look at my phone until now, basically. And so at some point, I know I was asleep. Of course, Heath was asleep. And I heard him bark. Samson was barking. And I'm like, okay. And then at first I was like, well, he could get up, because I'm thinking it's like 4 in the morning or something. And I'm, push on Heath. And he's just like, oh, what? So he was asleep. So I was like, well, I'm up. I'll just get up. I'm sure I could force myself to pee or something. So I get up. And yeah, he was at the foot of our bed barking at us because he wanted to get in his bed. But Delilah was there asleep. But he was scared to walk past to get her to get into his bed. Because sometimes, like, if he's too hyper or disturbs her in some form or fashion, she is an old lady, and she'll just like nip at him. She won't like bite or anything. She just nips at him like, you're too much today, right? So I guess he was just scared that she might nip at him, even though like he's mostly fur. But I had to, and so when I got up, then he was like, okay, now I get in my bed. And then I was like, well, if you're up, because he's just sitting there, he didn't like lay down right away. I was like, well, if you're up, you could go outside, mister. So he went outside, and I went to the restroom, then I brought him back in, and then he laid down, and he was asleep. And we're all good. And then, at some point, I don't know when, Heath got up to use the restroom, y'all, and he fell. It is dark in there, and I'm guessing he must have hit the corner of the bed and just fell down or something, or maybe the rug was wrinkled and he didn't see it. But anyways, I heard him fall, and of course he yelled, and I got up, and I was like, what's going on? He's like, oh, I fell. I'm just dumb. He just felt embarrassed more than anything. He's like, I don't even know what I fell on. It's like, well, as long as you're not hurt. And he wasn't, thankfully. I was like, all right, let's just try to go back to bed. So I felt like last night just kept getting up. So anyways, I definitely need this coffee today. Long story to that point. Definitely need coffee today. Look at this salad, y'all. Isn't it so colorful and pretty? Look at those cute little flowers. I'm just loving the flowers. So For lunch today, I decided to do a little bit bigger salad. So you see I've got my garlic olives. I have 3 different kinds of ferment. So I've got my fermented cabbage, red cabbage rather, my Texas kraut, and that sour Reuben. And then I've got some blue cheese. Well, it's called Gorgonzola. So it's a blue cheese mixed with a brie. It's really good. So I've got some of that on here. And then, of course, I fried up a few slices of bacon. I think it was like 3.5. I don't know. It's those weird shaped bacon, so you never know exactly how much you're getting. But anyhow. And then I've got here, of course, my avocado and some more olive oil in there. And then I just made my own dressing, which is basically a vinaigrette. And yeah, so that's lunch. And then excited about dinner tonight. Happy Friday, kind, beautiful, and capable of big things. That's my mug today. And I think it's been a while, but I believe Shauna got it for me. Correct me if I am wrong. I'm so sorry. Please comment below. Call me out on it. So yes, I'm enjoying my coffee this morning. And shout out to Mama Bear Lynette. Last night, we met her at Gringo's. She took time out of her busy schedule, y'all. She is, like, amazing. So, she's very busy. You know, she owns her own business. And if you've ever owned your own business, you don't really get time off, right? You got to work all the time. So, took time out. She met us for dinner, which was so nice. It was great to go there. And she brought us an Easter bag, y'all. In the Easter bag, she filled it with these cute little treats. And what they are, she made up, like, again, the time, effort, and then just thinking of us and bringing us all of these adorable things. I am just flabbergasted and so appreciative. Thank you so much for this. And so there's several bags. I didn't even count how many. It's a lot of these treat bags. And she made, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different types of things, all using Ketochow, so it's healthy. Heath is really happy. In fact, he had a break a few minutes ago, and he was eating the cookies. So she made Ketochow Samoa light cookies. So Heath was munching on that. And then she made, one of them is my favorite. So it's the lemon macaroons, which is perfect with coffee, by the way. And then I know she made us a couple different fat bombs. I think one is the pecan sticky bun. And she made us some fudge. And I feel like there's another 1 or 2. Yeah, there's a couple that were like dipped in chocolate. I mean, she went out of, she just went out of the ballpark, like knocked it out of the ballpark. She is just so thoughtful and just thinking of us and doing that and supporting our channel. Thank you so much, Mama Bear Lynette. I'm so excited to have my little lemon macaroon this morning, and we're about to have a team meeting. So I'm going to finish what I'm doing because I'm in the middle of something, get that done, and then the team meeting will start here in just a minute. So just checking in with my morning coffee. My lunch today, I've got a bacon wrapped sausage. So it's jalapeno cheese sausage, 2 slices of bacon. And I took some asparagus, we need to eat it. And so 3 stalks, wrap that in a slice of bacon. And then we have our homemade avocado oil mayo, couple olives, my fermented cabbage and sour Reuben, and then a small avocado. And that's my lunch today. Hi everyone, I am back from my Saturday grocery haul, and what I've got here is some Dutch, thanks to Brenda F. Thank you so much, Brenda. I can't wait to meet you next year. This is going to be so much fun, and thanks for the coffee for supporting our drinking habit.
Thank you.
So he got his normal blended double rainbow sugar-free with the green tea. And then I got, since they still have it available, white coffee breve, meaning with half and half. And then I added sugar-free red raspberry and sugar-free dark chocolate. So it tastes like chocolate-covered raspberries. It is really freaking good. So thank you so much, Brenda. We are so excited you did that for us. We really, really appreciate it, y'all, when you buy us a coffee. Every week I just get excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody got us coffee this week. So thank you, Brenda. We really appreciate you. And if you're interested on how you can support our drinking habit, just hit the buy me a coffee link below. We really appreciate it, y'all. Have a great. For my lunch today, I made a salad. I got some fresh lettuce today, or I say lettuce, it's a spring mix. It's like literally 7 or 8 different kinds, including radicchio. I got olives, and I've got, of course, got my sour rhubarb and some kimchi, avocado. There's bacon, like 3 thick slices of bacon, and some other random veggies. Also, look at those eggs. Perfect cooked. Let me know. What do you think? Is this how you like your boiled eggs? I know, Shauna, you don't eat them, but everybody else who eats them. Look, did I do perfect, y'all? That looks perfect to me. Let me know what you think below. If you think those look like a perfectly boiled egg.
They're not done enough.
Oh, no.
They're called hard boiled for a reason.
It was hard. The inside is not liquid. Whoops. I was cutting your head off.
Ruin the eggs, ruin my head.
But these eggs, y'all, I got bougie eggs today. We just wanted to get a dozen for next Friday's Friday night feast. They're bougie eggs because the really, really cheap eggs, which to me this ain't cheap, it was $2.08 a dozen. They were out for a large. None. The basket form was completely empty. So I was just looking. These are from a local, from Santa Fe, Texas, local woman-owned, veteran-owned, farm-raised eggs, pasteurized, no hormones, no antibiotics, like none of that stuff. And when I opened it up, the carton, they were like just a rainbow of colors. It was $5.99 for a dozen, y'all. But, I mean, look at that yolk. Like, it just looks so perfect. And it's probably because a woman owns it. Y'all probably saw a couple pictures at the beginning. One, Sam is over here kind of in the corner on the red blanket. Within 5 minutes, he's moved over there. Isn't that adorable? He's like, oh no, I gotta have my red. I think they see red as green blanket with me. And he's laying on the snuffle board, which sometimes I do put TREATs in there and let him have some fun that way. But he had to have his blanket. Because he's so cute. Kind, beautiful, and capable of big things. That is this week's motto. So, it is Monday. Have my coffee. It is delicious. I just doing MCT and butter this week. I feel like I've been getting crazy with the heavy cream. I'm going to see again. I have tested several times in the past, and I don't seem to have an inflammatory response to heavy cream, but we're just going to see how it is this week. I'm trying to, when I'm fast, so I'm at a 36, well, maybe 37 hour fast right now. No, I guess it's, yeah, 37. So I am trying, if I'm doing an extended fast, so anything over 24 hours, I'm trying to make sure the only thing I'm having is a pure fat, so like MCT oil, and I know butter's a little iffy, but make sure it's just something like that instead of the heavy cream that I know has a little bit of protein in it and so forth. So I'm trying to keep it, when I'm doing the longer fast, a little more fast appropriate. Anyhow, so just having more of a pure fat. I probably should cut out the butter as well. I just think the butter kind of, sometimes just plain MCT is just blah. So the butter helps even all of that out. But yeah, that's what I'm having. And I think I'm going to break my fast this afternoon. I'm just feeling really hungry. And I know it's only a 37-hour fast so far, but I think that'll be good. I can do that and then do a longer fast on Tuesday through Thursday. Just kind of get that in here. And yeah, so that's what's going on. Enjoying this. It's a cool Monday, y'all. Like, I think high is supposed to be like 68 today. So it's definitely cool. Look, I look so pale today, don't I? My lips begin and my face begins, right? I honestly had a rough night. Like, I feel like I didn't really get any sleep. Like, I just kept waking up. And I remember when Heath woke up at 4:30 this morning. And whenever he woke up, I just felt like I hadn't actually gone to sleep. Does that make sense? Like, I'm sure I did go to sleep, but it felt like I was kind of in and out last night. So I don't know. That could be because of the fasting, that my body, that's just its sign of saying, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing this long fast, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, but yeah, I did not have a restful sleep. So I woke up this morning just kind of like bleh all morning. And I mean, it's almost 10 a.m. It's 9:54. So I'm having my coffee a little early because usually it's like 10:30, almost 11 some days. But today I'm like, okay, you've waited your time. Let's have some coffee. You made it past the 90-minute mark. It's time to have coffee. And get up and take the dogs out and, do all of that stuff. But, yeah, it was rough. But, I'm awake now and listening to all of the different YouTube channels that put out stuff this weekend. And then I have another book that's come up for me to start listening to. So I might get that. I don't know if I'll get it started today. Mondays always feel like I have a lot of videos to catch up on. But I'll show you once I start listening to it, and then you can let me know if that's a book you've read. Lunch on this marvelous Monday. I've got 3 Purnell sausages, topped with some of that Gorgonzola cheese. And then the green stuff is a little bit of the pesto we made. And then I've got mayo there as well. And then I have my fermented carrots. They're so pretty. And then our Texas kraut, also my cucumber kimchi, some olives, and a little jalapeno with some more of that Gorgonzola. And of course, I've got my avocado. So if you've been here any length of time, you have probably noticed that I eat an avocado almost every single time I have an eating day. So I do try to fast consistently. Let's say that. Though I feel like the past month I have not really fasted as well. So I do feel like that is something I need to work on and get more consistent with it. But we just have so much yummy food that I'm like, oh, I just want to eat it. Not necessarily, and I know this is a bad thing, not necessarily because I'm hungry, but it's that I want it. So what tips do you use to bypass the want versus need when it comes to eating? Because it's like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. So I want to eat it. And then it's like, oh, but I need to be fasting some days. And it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many good things. So let me know. And then the other thing I want to know is that you notice I almost always have an avocado. What is your go-to food item that you must have every day that you eat? Like, what is it? Okay, and Shauna, coffee doesn't count. So besides coffee, because I think a lot of us, I know not everyone, there's Carrie and some others that are like, don't want coffee, but I would say the majority of us, yeah, we got to have our coffee like every day, right? So besides coffee, what is a food item that you feel like you have to have or that you do have on a regular basis or almost daily? What is it? Monday night dinner, and we have a taco salad. We're calling it taco salad because we've got taco meat. But all kinds of goodies in this salad. Tell me what all you can see in there. And is there anything I'm missing from my salad? Let me know. I'd be curious what you put in your salad versus what we do in ours. And then on the side, we've got our stuffies, which is stuffed jalapenos and mushrooms. And then I've got my water to drink. And then look at this latest ferment. I'm having dinner with my ferment, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? And on this Tuesday lunch, got my avocado again and some olive oil. And then I've got fermented my cucumber kimchi and the red cabbage. Plus, there's a jalapeno there, my Pernell sausage, and our homemade mayo and olives. And I'm all set for lunch today. And for tonight's dinner, I've got another taco salad. See my avocado there, some sauerkraut, fermented carrots, microgreens, just all kinds of veggies. And then on the side, we've got our stuffies. And that's dinner tonight. And then I'm having the Bellevue pumpkin pie. Yum. Well, that is another week of the Warden Report. I think I had something in my teeth. Just finished dinner, and I think we're going to watch a show. Several people recommended the show Shrinking, so hopefully we will finish that tonight. It's really good, and thanks so much for the recommendations. And then I know Heath, he also has The Gentleman, and so we'll probably be starting that soon. And I feel like there's a couple others that were recommended. So thank y'all so very much for that. And I hope you had a wonderful week. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And then I can't wait to see you on Friday for the Friday night feast. And then just looking forward to it another week. It's just, time just is flying by, right, y'all? All right, thank you so much for watching. And y'all have a wonderful week. Thank you, and please stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel subscribers. Thank y'all so much for your continued support. We really appreciate you. Bye.